Hello everyone, Carla here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna be setting up my June budget, and I know I did not close out my May, and I will not be closing that in front of the camera because I already did that behind the camera. So I'm just kind of squeezing this video in because, as you guys know, on my vlogs, if you guys watch my vlogs, I mentioned there that I can only do cash stuffing videos and vlogs right now, since that's the only thing I could do with my schedule for work, since it's like right in the middle of the day right now and I'm struggling to find a routine, and that's gonna last for 6 weeks. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I'm just gonna try to squeeze in what I can that includes this video. So I really wanted to make this and show you guys how I set up all of my stickers, as well as kind of talk to you guys how you guys are doing. And I'm honestly gonna do this in a span of a couple of days because this video is gonna take a while, so you might see me with one outfit and then another the next. That's just the reality of my life right now, and I hope you guys are okay because I really want to share how I start out my budget every month. And if I can't close it with you guys, I could at least try and see if I can start it with you guys. So I hope you guys are okay with this until I can find, you know, my routine. And you might hear my air conditioner in the background. I usually turn that off when I film, but today is too hot in Georgia. I cannot do that. I can't, and I live in like a garage area, so it's too hot. There's not a lot of like insulation, so we definitely need the AC. So here I already put down the sticky notes on where I want everything to go. And if you're wondering, I already closed out everything in May. I've already totaled everything out and just got an idea of how the month went. So I don't really have a lot of categories, even though I do sell a lot of categories like check-ins, savings, updates. I don't use those, but I just have them available for you guys just in case you do. And I do have my stickers here. If you're wondering where these are from, I always link my shop down below. I know I've been saying this for a while now. I really need to close my Etsy shop because a couple of you guys are still favoriting my Etsy shop, and I don't intend to go back to Etsy, and I just want to keep my shop. So that's that. This is the last month that I'll be budgeting on my plum paper. I will be moving to my Erin Condren next month. I already bought it, and that's all thanks to me saving it up on my sinking funds that I didn't take a hit because I had exactly the amount that I needed. So I won't be updating you guys with my debt as well, and it sucks because I want to update you guys on a lot of things. I think that's why like I'm talking way too much right now, because I'm just like excited to be filming again, and my life has just been work and packaging orders, which I really appreciate you guys still ordering from my shop. But that's just been my life. After I get off of work, you know, I spend time with my family. We have dinner, send me to sleep, and whatever I have time left, I package orders. So the next day I go to work. You know, that's just been the routine. And we do have a routine, it's just I can't squeeze in making videos except for vlogs maybe. So I hope you guys are okay with that. So as I was saying, I'm not going to be able to update you guys on my budget anymore. I'm not going to be able to update you guys on this month's debt because I really can't make that much videos, like I said. So I'm just gonna let you guys know I wasn't able to pay off our Robins. I'm so close. It's at $250 something, and if I'm able to hit that this month, then that card will be completely paid off, and that means we only have 3 cards left in my student loan. And it's just harder to hit our goals right now because we do just have my income and my husband doesn't work. And we were doing DoorDash for a while, but DoorDash was not working out since the whole gas issue, and it hasn't gone down for us. It has gone down to like $270 something, but that's honestly not something I want to pay for, especially when we already spent $300. Honestly, we went over budget just going to back and forth from my house to my work. It's because I don't drive, and so my husband goes back and forth to pick me up, and my work is, I would say, 40 minutes away from where I live right now. And I've talked about this briefly on my I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, but I've talked about this briefly on my Instagram I think the other week, that we were thinking about moving. And I was trying to talk myself out of it because we honestly need to hit our financial goals first as far as paying debt. But honestly, we have thought about it, and my husband has thought about going back to work and getting a job closer to where I work. So we are most likely gonna get a place here in a little bit. I know that can be kind of a shock, and you're probably thinking, why are you giving up free rent when you're paying debt? But that also comes with, you know, privacy. We are, you know, growing our family, our small little family, and we're just outgrowing this place. On the next place, we're looking at 2 bedrooms, but I might still share with my baby. I just can't even think about, especially in a different city. It's hard for me to think about her going in a room by herself. I'm just so scared of, you know, I always watch kids getting taken out of their homes, so I'm so paranoid. So I'm still gonna have her in our room for a little while, but eventually when she is a little bit bigger, hopefully we'll have a house by then, she will have her own room. And that still doesn't mean that, you know, I'm still not gonna be scared. I will. But yeah, that's just basically the plan. We were looking, and then my husband was looking at what do you call this, at jobs too, because a lot of places are hiring. We're just gonna go for the one that makes the most money first. And I know I said he was gonna go to school. It just didn't work out, guys. My plans, you know, sometimes plans crumble, and I always have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. I know some of you guys probably have all the way up to Z, but I always plan out in my head, especially when it's concerning about my family. So that's just basically it. A lot of guys recommended me, because I asked about recommendations, like, hey, what do I do to not move? Like, what should I do? Because I was worried about, you know, outgrowing this place. A lot of people were saying to rearrange this place, and I was gonna do that. And then I thought, you know, our budget is just, you know, we're kind of close, and if I didn't have my shop, we wouldn't be able to make this work. So thanks to you guys, I'm able to make this work for right now. But my husband does need to get a job, and I tried not for him not to have a job or need a job, but it's just the reality of life, you know. I really enjoy him having him at home. I call him Mr. Mom, because he's been such a great dad to Mia. I'm sorry if I'm just rambling, guys, because I just have a lot of stuff to update you guys on, and I'm just gonna do that while we do this budget. But yeah, he's been just a great dad, and I think, you know, Mia loved me so much when I was the main, because, you know, there's always a main parent. You're both parents. I was the main parent, and now she's clinging to him more than she is with me, which kind of breaks my heart a little bit. But, you know, I'm glad that my husband gets to have that, because that's the main reason why I wanted a girl, because I knew that has a little crease on it. I knew that he was gonna love her more than he could, or more than he loves himself. So my husband was never, he's amazing, but he is not a planner. He is like a go with the flow type of guy, and that's why, like, one of our issues, honestly, stuff that we argue about the most, is just he doesn't plan when it was just the 2 of us. He just goes with the flow, and I'm the planner. I plan everything, and even if it doesn't go my way, I don't get frustrated. I do a little bit, but not too much. But I'm the planner, and if something doesn't go my way, I'll just find another. That's kind of my way, and he just kind of goes with the flow. But now, he was telling me yesterday he wants to, you know, make this work. He's excited for us to move, and he's excited to finally, he's trying for a job right now, and he's really excited to get started with that, and maybe get our life moving, and maybe one day have our house, and, you know, potentially maybe have another baby in the future. We'll see, but right now we really can't. But that's just been the case. Like, yes, I've been busy, it's been a lot going on, and of course with us moving, that's gonna be a lot as well. So if you're wondering, we are moving to apartments. I know I mentioned I wanted to rent a house, but there's nothing around my work. There's absolute nothing. There's a McDonald's, there's a Dairy Queen, and there's a gas station. That's it. And then my work. It's like a little piece of a small, it's not even a city, it's like a little piece of whatever it is on an exit. That's what it is. That's where my job is. There's an apartment complex close to it. I might be saying too much, but you know, I hope you guys won't like come and murder me. But it's a small little something, whatever it is, and we're gonna make it work there for a little while. If we have to, you know, break the lease one day to once we have the same schedule, because it might be easier for some people. Like, you're probably wondering why we're struggling so much. It's because I can't drive, and that has honestly given us so many hardships throughout our whole relationship, the fact that I can't drive, because there's so many job opportunities outside our city where I can just drive myself so we don't have to move. But since I can't, and my husband can't work when he's taking me to and from work, we just gonna have to move closer there so he can work. So I hope you guys are understanding where we're coming from. I know I don't have to explain my life to anyone, and I still believe in that. I really don't. I don't owe anyone my life story or why I'm doing the things I'm doing with my life. But I want to share with you guys, and if somebody, you know, talks negatively to me about it, either you're gonna be blocked or your comment will be deleted, because this is my channel. I'm sharing my life, and I know a lot of amazing people over here cheering me on and just being so sweet. So I just don't need that negative aura in my life, even if it's my virtual life. But yeah, that's the plan. So I don't remember what I was saying last because I had to do something real quick. Like I said, this is gonna be like a compilation of different days, but it's still the same day, it's just later on the day, so you probably noticed the change in lighting. So I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm just kind of doing what I can to film, but I was trying to set up my expenses, my fixed expenses for the month, which is usually just bills basically. So you guys already know the drill. I kind of fill this out the same way. So for this month, I'm still doing the same thing. Rent won't be here, like our apartment rent won't be here for a while, because you know, it's, I don't know when we'll move in, because I'm still talking to the apartment lady. But yeah, I'm just gonna fill in the same stuff. Nothing has changed really as far as bills go. Gas has been so much, and that's, we're not even driving around so much, it's just going to and from work has been so much. So I think for this month, yeah, I'll stick with the 200, and anything else will just be unbudgeted. And I haven't been tracking my unbudgeted just because it's mostly just gas, so I'm not even gonna keep in track of that. So these are all pretty much the same amount as always. Nothing has changed, like I said. But I don't know, I'm pretty excited for when we do move, because one thing we don't have here is a kitchen, and that has been a struggle ever since like Mia was smaller, because trying to introduce solids has been a challenge for us. But hopefully now it'll get better, whatever that was. And then for the variable side is just like our allowance. What else? Food allowance. I don't think I'll keep in track of unbudgeted anymore. I'm pretty bad at keeping track of my expenses, just because I'm really bad. But I think as long as I keep in track of what is, because I have a separate checking account for my unbudgeted, so I can keep in track that way if I really have to. I'll be able to see how much we do have for budgeted every month. I know that's not how a lot of people do things, but like I said, I just have so much going on right now, and I know realistically I can't keep in track of all of it. So I do keep in track of my savings challenge and taxes. So I used to have them budgeted here, but we're not going to do that today. Let's see how this goes, because it's a lot better, I think. We'll see. If not, I can definitely try to do that on another month, but it's just, you know, trial and error when it comes to budgeting. And then for the bottom, I think I'll just put income, savings, and debt. I kind of learned from a lot of people, like different ways to budget, and then once I kind of find my own, I try to simplify things for me, because I'm not very good with keeping track of things, that especially lately since I had my baby, it's just been harder and harder. Like when I was single and budgeting, not single, but when it was just me and my boyfriend at that time, it was just easier for me to keep in track of things, and I would always have my index cards on my cash envelopes, if you guys remember. But now everything's just, and I only have one baby, so I can't even imagine having multiple and keeping track of your expenses. I know the budget mom does that, but she also has like almost a preteen, so maybe it is easier for her at the moment. But with everything going on with life, expenses are like honestly the last thing that I worry about, because in my mindset, once I put it aside in like there's certain categories and there's certain envelope, then it's good to go, just as long as I don't go over budget, which I haven't. So we're good, except for gas. Gas has been a challenge. So for now, I think we can keep doing what we're doing. It's not harming our budget. We're still in track. Okay, for expenses, as you guys notice, I'm not filling them out. I'm gonna try to put the lines here in a little bit, and maybe we'll see about filling them out, but this is gonna be like a really long video if I do that. And I don't know if you guys are up for that. I know a lot of people enjoy me just putting down the stickers, and then maybe after everything has been filled out, I can just show you guys. So my expenses, I really love having my expenses set up, because I just, you know, I like being able to separate them in how many paychecks we get every month. And for this month, we have 2 paychecks because I am budgeting bi-weekly. Let me put these. I really like this color combination, and I picked these colors because Mia's birthday is gonna be butterfly themed, and her birthday is in June. And that's so weird for me to keep in track of June, because I've never known anyone in my life that has a birthday in June. So now June is such a special month for me because of her. It's different because I'm a birthday person. My husband's birthday is in September. Oh, rude. My husband's birthday is in September. So it's pretty close to mine, and Mia's is pretty far. And like I said, I don't know anyone that has their birthday in June, which actually, now I'm thinking about it, I have my nephew Jackson, but he's turning 2, so he's pretty young. So it was just not something I'm used to having. But you know, it's a blessing to celebrate these little kids' birthday. And especially my Mia, because I've been so excited for her first birthday, and I've been planning for it, and I've been babbling about it, I think, since the beginning of 2021. I've been just so excited about it, and I think that's just because it's her first birthday and she's my first baby. So I really want to make it special, but also like try to keep myself within my budget. So let's see, I'm just gonna copy the expenses that we usually have, and like I said, this is not gonna be my expenses for when we move, because when we move, the only thing I have to add is electricity in our categories, because we have rent here, but rent will be a little bit more expensive. And my husband's phone. So if you haven't noticed, this video is gonna take a while, so you can grab your own budget and, you know, kind of just listen to me in the background. I also noticed like I haven't been able to respond to comments either, and it's frustrating because I took pride to the fact that I replied to all the messages because I like talking to everyone, but it's become like a really big task, honestly. It's hold on. Keep going, Kim. It's just been a lot harder for me lately, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but yes, it's because of work, and I'm just exhausted like mentally, so I just want to rest and also spend time with my family at night. I definitely enjoy our evenings right now while I'm still working from 10 to 6. I get to have that evening with my family, and we all get to eat dinner together, which is very special, but I know I won't have that once I start working nights, which is going to be 4 to 12, and that's going to start like mid-July. So I'm just trying to take it all in, and then maybe the 4 to 12 will have a better schedule as far as making more videos. And I don't know, I try to reply to comments when I'm on my break or before I sleep at night, but sometimes I forget and I just fall asleep. I really wanted this Robin's card to be taken out last month, but we just did not need it, which is okay because I was kind of contemplating if it was gonna get done, but obviously it wasn't. But hopefully this month, I'm pretty sure. If we save the same amount, we will definitely knock it out. And then I guess and I pretty much, like I said, have the same categories every month over here. Miscellaneous. I'm sure when Mia gets a little bit older, like things will get a lot easier for me, especially when she starts going to school. But of course, I don't want to get there yet. I want to enjoy her little face as much as I can, her cuteness as much as I can. My husband and I are trying to enjoy her, because when they're 3 or 4, I think, is when they start going to school. I'm not sure. I didn't go to school here. I went to school in the Philippines, and even there I honestly don't know when they start going to school. And a lot of people were asking like why I'm still like why I know how to speak English. They teach you English in the Philippines when you're in 1st grade for most schools. I believe even public schools, they teach you English in 1st grade up until high school, college. But the only hard part was we never spoke it. Like we only wrote it down, so we didn't really interacted in English. We just wrote it down. So that's why I know how to speak English. My grammar is definitely not perfect, but whose grammar is? English is so complicated, honestly, because I don't know, it's too much of the same words, and then the grammar is too complicated for me because our grammar is set up differently. I know I have a couple of people here that are from the Philippines, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And like how for pronouns we don't have gender, we just say that person, we don't have gender. But here there's a gender, so I always get mixed up with he and she, even though I know what to say, but when it comes out of my mouth, it's not the right pronoun. We just don't pay attention to those at all. It's just a generalized way of saying that person and not specific to gender. I don't know if that's the same with other languages though. I'm not sure. In Spanish, is it the same? I think Spanish has gender. I'm not sure. But okay, here I'm gonna put my savings challenge and then my sinking funds. I feel like you guys already know. I think I found the way I want to budget, and it has been really helpful and easy for me to do this. So savings challenge, like I said, I've only been participating in one, and you guys have been so great because you're like, just keep doing what you're doing, just don't rush when it comes to my savings challenge, because I think I was getting frustrated because I was only doing one envelope at a time, and this is for my savings to go home to the Philippines with my husband and my baby. So I was kind of getting impatient that I wasn't following my own advice as far as like don't rush it. I was rushing it when I honestly haven't even started my citizenship process because I was with, so I honestly don't know when it stopped filming, but I was just talking about my citizenship and how I really want to start tackling it so I can go home to my family with my sister. I mean, to my sister and my what do you call this, my mom. My mom's there, so hopefully I can introduce my baby girl, and that'll just be a really good trip. So that's what I'm doing the 100 savings challenge for. So I just realized I did not have my sinking funds paycheck 2 printed and cutted. I have a lot of paycheck 1, not 2, but 3, 4, 5, but I don't have paycheck 2, so I'm gonna skip this for right now and move on to paycheck 1 and 2 on this side. This video has just not been, I don't know, that's one disaster. Hopefully that's it for stickers, because I thought I had everything I needed, but I didn't. I have Mia's birthday right here because I was gonna tell you guys what I've spent for her birthday, because I think 2 people have asked for that. Not a lot, but I just wanted to share it with you guys just in case, you know, a future mom out there or a mom that's gonna have the birthday would know what to expect as far as like expenses and everything else, or just for entertainment. But on this side, I'm gonna set up my paycheck 1 and 2, which usually looks like this. Before, when I used to get paid every week, it was a lot more, but now that we only get paid twice a month, it has been different. Not bad, but different. I think I'm gonna try this. And I just kind of do my budget bi-weekly now, and I really miss budgeting weekly. I think I've already said that a couple of times, but you know, it's been hard. It's been a hard adjustment, especially with the cash envelopes. I feel like I always spend so much on the first week, and then on the second week I'm out of money. I think a lot of people can relate to that. It's just hard to control your money, especially when you're used to stuffing your envelopes every week. So I for this one, I'm just gonna leave 4 spaces for any kind of income I try to pull, like side income, like my shop, if we ever decide to go door dashing again, if that's ever a thing. But I don't know, with the gas prices, I really don't know if it's even worth it. And then I just tried to leave one right here, that's for savings, and another one for debt. I don't use my entire sheet for paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. I used to, but I don't know, I just like this way better. I like simplifying, like I said, the budget once I get comfortable enough with it, and it works for me, especially if you're a busy person but you still like sticker budgeting, because I know a lot of people are transitioning into digital budgeting, which is awesome because it's a lot better and a lot more customizable, and I think a lot more cheaper as far as like if you're in a budget and don't want to spend on stickers, because stickers can get expensive real quick, and then you have to buy the notebook where you budget from. So I understand why everyone is kind of trying to switch there, and honestly, if I had more time, I would make more, or my kids to digitally, but just has been not the best for me when it comes to time management. And you guys know I try to work so hard. I'm a pretty hard worker, I think, if I come across like that on my videos. I mean, I'm the same in person and as well as in my job, but you know, some things gotta give when it comes to balancing everything out. So here I just kind of put how much I put for savings, which is my emergency fund, and then for debt. Savings and debt. And I always put a highlighter for both of these, so savings is always green for me. Alright, and on the last page here is where I also have a sinking funds section, but not my sinking funds like this. It's gonna be sinking funds like this one. Like, it'll have an update of how much we've grown on a category or how much we've spent, which is these two right here, and then comparing what my sinking funds were. I also include my $100 savings challenge here, but here you can see we have 2,700 and here we have 2,800, so it grew a little bit but not as much as we used to, but we'll get back on it. Definitely know that we'll handle this again and we'll be okay. So I'm just gonna put that in and use this pink one for the sinking funds. And I don't know, I don't think I'll add any more sinking funds, but of course we'll never know. And like, we have to save for next year or for the next couple of years until Mia is 3. I don't think I'll celebrate her birthday as big as this one. Like, of course we'll have cake, but I think for next year we'll go somewhere, or maybe go to the Georgia Aquarium if she'll enjoy it, and then maybe just have cake for her to blow and then make a wish. But not every year will be an extravagant year as far as like our anniversary or Mia's birthday, because if our budget cannot allow it, we can definitely not force it, and we also have other financial goals that we're trying to hit. This year was a lot of firsts for us because last year 2020 was a big deal for us, and I know it was like a lot of bad things happening last year, but for me it was a lot of family growth. Like, I got married for the first time and had my baby for the first time. So this year 2021 we've had a lot of firsts, and we were able to celebrate that through the help of, you know, our budget, without even like worrying about getting into debt, which is amazing. So here I'm gonna put for Miha, you guys already know what that is, and then medical. I have the same sinking funds, and I just add a little bit here and then take out one. Medical, gifts, Christmas. And a lot of you guys really like the idea of the family category, and it's definitely gonna help us in the future because I started it right now and it's gonna help us with Mia. I agree, because you know, you'll have a lot of plans on the weekends, and you even just ice cream or strolling around the park and eating somewhere, that can be family time, and those memories you can never replace, even like put a price tag on. And then we have car maintenance. My car maintenance is so low right now, but we'll beef it up again. And then down payment, and then 100 envelope challenge. My battery is dying. What I do is I just kind of put the very end right here, and I put whatever, all the categories here and how much is in each envelope to start off June and see how much we progressed throughout the month and how much we've saved up for the month. I'll put some lines on here, and I'm also going to put the correct numbers, because I don't know, it's just gonna take forever if I discuss it with you guys. So it's a different day, and I was able to fill out everything that I needed to fill out to show you guys how my June budget looks like. So this is the monthly calendar. As you guys can see, I don't use the add-ons. I just like it like simple and plain and nothing too busy, because at the end of the month it gets really busy. So I don't know, I don't like cluttering it too much in the beginning of the month. And then here is my debt tracker. As I've told you, I won't be able to update you guys as far as like a separate video on our debt. So right now we we're on a 15,000 when it comes to the debt. So we're doing a little bit better. We're throwing as much as we can every month. So that's basically what it looks like. We have 2 paychecks that we're expecting for the month, and then we have my YouTube that hopefully I can put back into our budget, and then we have our fixed and our variable expenses. As I told you guys, I took out the unbudgeted on this section, and I'm gonna see how that goes. If it doesn't work out for me, I'll change it next month. And then here is my expenses page, so you guys can see it's all in pencil because nothing is definite until I'm on that day that my paycheck hits, and I put the date right here. You guys can see that. I zoomed you in a little bit closer, but that's the 6th, I think, and the 23rd. And like I said, it's all in pencil for right now. My savings challenge and then my sinking funds is right here. And then I have paycheck 1 and paycheck 2 right here. And then the last one is just my sinking funds as an overall month look. And I already pre-filled this in with how much we have on our sinking funds right now, and hopefully I can see some growth here in the next month or so. Hopefully we do really well in June, but I don't expect much because, as I told you guys, we are trying to move. And that's just it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like this a lot better than me like filling it out all the way but just laying down the stickers with you guys. I hope that's an okay setup for you. That's just the best way I can do it without making any mistakes, and also like without taking too much time of filming all in one go. So I had to separate this in like 3 different sit downs, I think. Yeah, I had to make this video in 3 different times, but you know, we got to do what we got to do. And I really like introducing the month by showing you guys how our budget is gonna look like and how my stickers are set up, just in case you're, you know, wanting inspiration or just wanting to see how other people budget. But I really appreciate you guys being here and sticking it out with me through this you know, silent times. But I hope I get to see you on my next video, and you have a great week or weekend ahead. All right, bye.